guys, welcome to Mr. U's Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump is about a man named Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks. While waiting for a bus, he tells people all about his life, starting from his childhood and continuing until present day. And while he tells this story, you see how he meets many famous people, how his childhood was, and how he becomes famous in many different parts of his life. Now I think Tom Hanks gives the performance of his career as Forrest Gump. You just come to adore him, which leads to, rewatching the film many times because he's just so amazing. Also, Robin Wright as Jenny did a really good job. As you'll see through the film, Jenny is a character who's had a pretty rough childhood, especially with her father and stuff. And with Robin Wright, when you see her performance, you can think, yeah, that might be how this character would turn out as an adult. And it's like you either love her or you hate her because of many things going on in the film, but she did a really good job for her character. Another great performance in this film is Sally Field as Forrest Gump's mom, or Mama, as Forrest Gump calls her. Everything in her performance is so great. You just come to love her since she's like the mom with all the great life lessons, which is due part to the amazing script by Eric Roth and the novel written by Winston Groom. So she did an amazing job also. In addition to the great performances in this film, Gary Sinise as Lieutenant Dan was so just amazing. You can see how he's willing to fight, but he's also so serious, and things happen to this character that make you kind of care for him more, and it creates this arc for his character from the beginning of the film to the end, which is always great to have character arcs in films. So this one had great ones. Now let's talk about the directing. I think Robert Zemeckis, who also directed Back to the Future and Castaway, did an amazing job with this film, especially with the scenes with his childhood, whenever he's running, and the Vietnam War sequence. They are all spectacular. The storyline is amazing. You're always interested in what Forrest Gump went through next in his life, and if many people lived through the same things that Forrest Gump lived through, which there are many important things, they probably feel very nostalgic. So that was really great. And also, the novel, which was written by Winston Groom, probably had part in creating this character and creating the main basis for this amazing script. One more great thing this film includes is a great score by Alan Silvestri. It's so emotional and fits the film's themes really well. And even the soundtrack that the film used, they used music from the time periods that Forrest Gump was going through at the time. Another great thing in this film is the CGI. There's many black and white footage where Forrest Gump, they somehow put Forrest Gump in the scene that you're like, oh, it made it look so realistic, like he was actually in there. When, if you look it up on YouTube, that footage didn't actually have Tom Hanks in it. So they did a really great job with that too. Also, there's some great imagery and metaphors in this film, especially with the feather, which you see in the beginning of the film and in the ending of the film. So that's always like a nice touch. All in all, I think Forrest Gump is an amazing film. I've rewatched it so many times, and especially because of the performances by Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, Sally Field, and even more. The directing is amazing, the shots really bring you into the film, the writing, the story, it's all really amazing. There's so much wonderful things about this film. and that's why I give Forrest Gump an A+. If you haven't seen Forrest Gump yet, I really recommend it. It's a great film. And also, don't forget your popcorn. Until the next time, from Mr. U to you, stay tuned.